or a FIFA Club World Cup because Chelsea match, Mashibi. And so we football. And yet, keke, but also usunya diom. So mostly, seminar that yet na TV when I share games ni bi aya na mpesuya misuya nyoma bebre. Edi film. Chelsea share Esperance 3-0. Oma ya ade. Say Oma qualified to the next stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. Round of 16 Chelsea ba kushia Benfica. By Ken. Ade ba kwa me notice Chelsea ni Esperance, most especially Chelsea. Unse football na ye bono. You will in possession and you will out possession. In possession, you say ukra ball, dear na mo de ball ne Ana out of possession, you say moon crab on dear na mo ye. So I dear me notice ye our Chelsea game against Esperance ni say. It seems say as a FIFA Club World Cup no Enzo Maresca e de year experiment. So Chelsea game bi a wabo bia no hu se osesa ne nsa no ope se oye bibi no ye sa experiment no. And experiment ba ko a oye ye against Esperance a Fadema Chelsea no mu in possession. Enzo Maresca ma Chelsea yusu a 3-3-4 base shape. Sa 3-3-4 base shape na omu yusu ye no. Eno ni ye Chelsea omu ye in possession. So omu krabo ne pe 3-3-4. Na ken se wo hwe ade we da TV so a sa 3-3-4 no so wan say player ba ko ye de ade yellow aseke na eye Enzo Fernandez. Sa ne 3-3-4 base shape na o use ye no. Oma Enzo Fernandez ebedane a +1 pocket receiver. Football no ne ebe +1 pocket receiver. Enti anytime be a Chelsea be initiate attack no. Eyo mumum and ebe drop it. Aba be try say obey the extra manner. Obe receive the ball no. So the Oma ne ye against Esperance so ma Enzo Fernandez a +1 pocket receiver. So netuma ne ye say obe drag Esperance for midfielder baako along to create a lane, to create space at Chelsea betima progressive ball no. And obey the central hub of Chelsea. And to say now what check omu game omu Esperance boy ye anopeya. Unhu say creativity ni nyina no na ya branch friend say Enzo Fernandez o pretty as a +1 pocket receiver. Na ye experiment a coach ne ye FIA. Then again obi to say Dilap. Omo no so e drop deep as the number 9 or drop deep no. Obe bouncy play na was spinning. So o check Dilap go ni mpokra na in station no e the number 9 position. But drop deeper or bounce no was spinning into the call so 10 ya o ye. So o share game no mo boy na 3-3-4 base shape no as a experimenter to me against Esperance a working the match Chelsea. It seems that every game biano Enzo Maresca experiment and one of experiment against experimenter against Esperance so use the 3-3-4 base shape performance. Enzo Fernandez as the +1 pocket receiver. Dilap air bouncing no was spinning no they are turning to score goals no. E fa the man inti member na baso. Charles a transfers ne kakra kin. And me transfers ne mu e kakra. Me sha see free Arsenal. Arsenal ye transfer meetings kakra. Unse see pressure na sha see ba. Na meeting na see enra. Ana Arteta e dia to Arsenal. Impanyimfo enim say ohia a boss crasher. Football ye kaso be a boss crasher e ye midfielder untouchable ni bebre on control game no bon na be rani bebre unhu be bi obefra ba na ofreche no abewura penalty box ni no ahyew omne ye from boss crasher Arteta si ohia boss crasher ani ebusa ne say na player be na ye available unim player Arteta bo ni di osi ope Barcelona Fermin Lopez
ope Fermin
yes latest anamede ma osi Fermin Lopez or your boss crasher unso ko Barcelona mo control game ni e Pedri ni Frankie de Jong Fermin Lopez untouchable no but be run sa unhu be bi obefra ba na penalty box nim ogina ho no ahyew or your boss crasher midfielder yes Arteta say ope Fermin Lopez as the boss crasher omonfa off anko ye omo ne Barcelona ndi nkomo omo ne boy ndi nkomo na mum ni din akopie so e wo Arsenal say boss crasher na Arteta say ope no o say Fermin Lopez e player na ni gine ho we ye de eba Arsenal ho abiem omo ne Hato agents no awie e wo London Hato e left back e de ma Ayas Arsenal ana ni agency na wie e wo London omo agree 5 years 5 years no personal terms will be agreed diaka e Arsenal ana Ayas minimum of 50 million euros betmesu say Arsenal prepare omo official bid e de akoma Ayas by personal terms no ma wie e wo London for Hato and Arsenal enti ye hwede e di ne ba akosi na asresem ni Victor Gyokeres on say oyanda HCM Sports Management. HCM no at the time ana Barcelona. Epe Frankie de Jong no omo na convince Frankie de Jong ma ne ba Barcelona. Omo na sa manage abrante friend say Victor Gyokeres. Now him say HCM for Afredeko. Ebusa ne say na mumpe Victor Gyokeres ana e wo Barcelona. Yes. Say agents ne hu say ase Arsenal ne Manchester move slow down into a chance here of finding the man in now for 4. Ama HCM for Afredeko aka che ne say Victor Gyokeres ho on say January transfer no Barcelona kon ho. Enti HCM for ne Fredeko no mo say January na mo pe Victor Gyokeres. Say e kwan da ho mo befa Deco aka che HCM for ne say Victor Gyokeres na no kre Barca for ne penasem. Na mom say eye operation Nico Williams. Omu focus eye Nico Williams. Enya strike omu dis kakese be fa no. Omu was kakese bi a omu ko activate eye Nico Williams clause no. So far Victor Gyokeres ni agent no a ofan dia ba Barcelona Barca a rejected you no. The situation of Raheem Sterling sad. The last time be catch us say Ali coach ekopie mo land no ko share Spurs for omu negotiate about Bissouma no. Ana 1692 agency omu na represent Raheem Sterling ekwa Ali coach o say person mo for Raheem Sterling and o sini nyina be nyina jo say so say 1692 for no asa frɛ Beshe Stars for no oma ka kire say omu hold on as say teams ni nyina no Raheem Sterling it seems say
onya team not just over return to Chelsea
he say the akeka kwe so Beshe Stars for no say omu hold on no mo ntwe omo targets ni wi so mo hwe na bibia amfa de o betimi a negotiate na obeka ya ye be breaki Darwin Nunez ene Napoli deal no e wa ha say ama ye ka say Antonio Conte Fred Darwin Nunez no odi ni project e de kire no Darwin Nunez e say na ni je ho no be join Napoli boboko no na problem ba ko na e wo ho e ye ne salary because Darwin Nunez eje 7.3 million pounds a year with Liverpool o de ba euros a 8.5 million euros sa 8.5 no say or the same thing obeje on Napoli oba be the highest paid player because Napoli highest paid player eye Lukaku 7.6 million euros eniji sem aba e de ama Napoli for Darwin Nunez ese orte salary no so 3.5 million euros aba beje 5 million euros e wo Napoli Darwin Nunez ese obeti ne salary no so 3.5 million euros no aba beje 5 million euros wo Napoli na chese on score McTominay David Neres ana Politano mu na aba beje the same amount say diaka eye Napoli and Liverpool wati ase se obeti ne salary no so se Napoli ni Liverpool fo timi wi a Darwin Nunez ba kopiem e wo eye Italy AC Milan for say omo pe striker na striker na omo pe no omo pe Giroud type of striker players mienu din na aba Retegi ana Mitrovic Retegi ana Mitrovic
Uncle Fan of Saudi Arabia
yes omo say omo pe obi obitima strike it to say Giroud on said the last time omo league na Giroud na strike the momo enti sa two players we no omo pe Ken officially ye betima confirm wa ha say after see a better story and it says Spurs for Epe Kudus and then betima confirm the amount say official talks ashase
Kudus in Spurs
yes they say Spurs and West Ham
Spurs and West Ham yeah
official talks we any room obiem akoso na me source no e the amount me say Spurs for offer 50 million pounds omo nim say 50 million pounds na West Ham for nje na the one person omo ye na say omo the sale on clause 30% be shem the amount West Ham
okay
and after 50 million pounds no omo the shame say Spurs say ton Kudus dachi a West Ham benya 30% and who the nyina akeka bom kura na sa eska na West Ham open no betimenya by West Ham for no omo 50 million pounds omo nje by say ana Spurs for omo wadwen 50 million pounds plus 30% sale on. Now Nico Williams latest and Barcelona for no mesade ba. Enu akwaku ka asem bi. Na me di kwaku bu obema no. O kai say no na kwaku ka say Bilbao for no epeso mo frustrate eye Barcelona ne Nico Williams. Ashase. Na dio mo ye na esre. Menya Barcelona ni ba dio mo ye na esre. Mr. John Uriati on a president Edema Bilbao Edema Athletic Club Bilbao omu general director omu decide say omu the official letter beko Royal Spanish Federation Football Federation and a professional football league omo ko catch omo say omo Bilbao for no tio Bilbao for no omo na pe say omo supervise Barcelona omo economic operation economic operation say Barca revenue ombe generate omo expenditure
omo ko fa sika na fi
omo person omo na omo supervise omo Bilbao for no Barca how omo be ye omo ti kasem no omo person omo na supervise no omo ogidie say Barca still na no omo ndu level na omo fa Nico Williams a omo betima register no enti anka Royal Spanish Federation any professional football league no Emma Bilbao for no embe supervise Barcelona omo economic operation
esa de omo de baby omo person be hwehwem
omo person be hwehwem
but release clause they saw the beto okọ
when na omo nti ase no ade na omo ye
maybe release clause so the to okọ but still omo ni omo nyane bo e the same competition and omo betimi ebisa so omo finances
omo so person omo supervise you
okay
omo anka so person omo hwehwem omo se Bilbao for no omo person omo supervise ne aka so bi supervise bi e dey person na de Barcelona eye bia no na person omo hwe minti bi da Bilbao for ni mistake omo ye ne say ken Barcelona omo revenue ye bo season we financial year no omo revenue se kan to de mamia 950 million euros o Eska Barcelona generate ye no from omo bibia 950 million euros omo ntete bibia by way of revenue and omo decide say the new financial year be run from 1st July 2025 to 30th June 2026 no omo be spend 1 billion euros na okay. Barcelona the Bilbao for mistake omo ye nyina na say Barca etimi free 25 million euros ewo financial fair play space a Barca betima register Nico Williams
nte be player na
they say the Barcelona hia na say omba ko to release clause na omo free 25 million euros per ewo financial fair play space no Nico Williams on betima register no ma me bobo de aka no so na menu amo eso entimi embra kakra Partey de no say de e over obeye free
when you free asna
yes when you free asna nti we de mebobo so na omawrem embuamo so de na ade tu dwa no problem ni say Brentford for no pay 2 million pounds e de aka add-ons no Brentford pay 65 million pounds Manchester New ma reach agreement say ombetu 63 million pounds 63 no emu 55 eye face amount emu 8 million eye add-ons enti anka omo pay 2 million de aka add-ons na do 63 65 no na me di wie no another exclusive Victor Gyokeres be Liverpool are rejecting no ewie
Liverpool
yes
na Liverpool no omo player for bi aka ho
o ma catch HCM for ne say on say ma catch us omo of the teams no HCM for ne say omo per striker omo number 1 target eye Isaac enye Victor Gyokeres
aye Liverpool must Isaac
in case on be sign striker into omo ofa ne ma omo na wie no over omo say omo mpe Gyokeres
me da say Kwame Jela no Edison bre
na mentua Kwame nkomo no so the tie say La Liga as an association they cannot stop Barcelona from buying. What they can do is to stop Barcelona from registering. Two different activities. Se Barcelona they can only advise them say turn out tono yeah register but you cannot stop them. Maybe I told you the video yasi. A registration and what the woman Rebecca say. I cannot allow this player into this portal. Bilbao for Nebeko Madrid clubs in the next week. La Liga fixtures in the Babonting. Ombe meeting. Almost they are going to complain and tell Javier Tebas say Barcelona for now they are not being fair to the rest of the clubs. Because clearly, sika something here, and so they find ways to buy. Here, means something here, Mr. Governments, are buying, Spanish are buying. And you be one say last year, Javier Tebas and La Liga for said Danny Olmo cannot be registered. Yet, institution under the government insisted Danny Olmo gets registered. Me what? What he saying? La Liga for say you cannot. Abani say register them. They will play. Here, Ken. They want to say. Abani want, and again I understand them. The government want to protect the big clubs. See, Into clubs and be complaints is Enko. Look, let me tell you something. January, Valencia, Atletico Madrid, Las Palmas, Espanyol, 4 clubs. Actually, joint letter and the babontin and the Wikoma, Kofono mo can fee promone La Lega ne associations ni na say. Adena Ekosono, Barcelona cannot register Danny Omu. Clubs no joint statement. Oman form Sancha say yet they say they support na beba ufo kahobi. Yet enkwesi because Abine insists say mama boy na mabo no. It has always been there. A bedroom pempen so became if Barcelona get this boy registered, if they sign him, say registration, they will see Barcelona register. Say you fail, it has always been there. I was Spain ho. Ye near 2016, European Commission at the statement by Bontin say Abino found ways or the fetch Real Madrid and Barcelona and the 5 other clubs just to support them and compete in Europe. Refi, any European Commission at the buy actually and we investigation say clubs need to kind of back. Because the government, now almost supports the clubs, in ways that Obufu say, you're right. And see, the government will always protect its best clubs. Javier Tabas, then someone the Indian name of Ebedu Pepes will be on Timmy Yahe. Now, Daniel up to now, Ubisano say, I had Daniel, I don't want them to register. But okay, also you cannot register Daniel. Yet this guy played. Barcelona knows what they are doing. Omunim Diomoye. What do you want to play in you? No, they will find ways to register him. Me say last year, me say throughout Barcelona registration is in last year na dempa because I feel crowd a bedroom paper so be on ball company revenue bebe Nike contracts enche on my official unveiling into Sikane be come this year Sikasa na be much better this year. Now last year, they registered him. Oh, they are Jabi, no, Beba for no, and Tasentasia, Bending. Ken, they tend to say, Chelsea experience they say be in Shadanya match, but I am beginning to feel say Enzo Fernandez wants to start mojoing himself with Chelsea midfield. I say, Opeso ye bibi ye say Chelsea midfield no or Giapo. And your experience game, no, it has always been. I'm saying recently that has been his performance. Now, once Enzo is someone Chelsea fans, no, a lot of them I will respect Eddie man. Obudi pau, o shekura anwa, omuntimi nkani bebre. Nana akase, sa respect na Chelsea fans Eddie man no obe teni. No I by performance Eddie man. Me makase 2.5 years now baby with Chelsea no. Ken, he has not been in the top 3 Chelsea base players. On more bon chen kuku. On bon chen Moises Caicedo. On bon even chen Kopama. But who take Sika and respect for Diama Enzo. And was saying Chelsea BBI, I can say he's either the best player or second best player at Chelsea. Yet he's not there. Last year, yeah, baby, and the most I say, he said performance in a pejaba. Club World Cup no die. Yeah, but young kindy bebre, but season ni mono. I'm expecting a better performance from Enzo Fernandez. As I saw feed was settled with England. As I saw starting more job Chelsea midfield, senior Kopama J Chelsea bought throughout the season. Last week, the first season, as I said, Enzo bought Chelsea. So far, so good. I'm beginning to love what he's doing, but aka consistency. Yantuas way na Ken Kamaldeen Sulemana Mamen kai yenyina ya sembi. Okay say Rene as a football club. Edun pempenso obi no mo Jeremy Doku. In one season Jeremy Doku. Kamaldeen Sulemana. Seu grasi krado mu loni ntam. Omo nyina no mo team back o. Matisse Tel. They call buying wins now, but then I'm Tottenham Hotspur. Desire doi. Oh, Rene team no. Oh, woman anymore no. Those starting and those from the bench. solid team. Na obi ka say boys ni bi beji din epejantam achen kama din na kamia misie nkama ngindi. Because Southampton no mun sisi kakese nko top player ne board din da aje kama din. He was the player. Kama Southampton 40 sikana ne board din 25 million euros. No mun yes ha. Recently. Ken, what pains me ne say? Okay, no, me who Kamal Din ye. And it gets me every time I watch Kamal Din, I feel very sad because born it here or bo. But decision making out front has always been his problem. Because and yes, sir, Ken, when him says Adam Sina Yenu Koi, 3 seasons in a washer 4 goals. Bono say a danny bo beba, which means I quano onim bo ni bo. But I can't decision making. And then any problem. Now, this is where we are heading towards to. Atlanta, Ebermanos, 17. Martin said, on the 17, Eberma, Southampton, you're willing to take 17. Ekadia Baba, but I'm sure some of the sell on Bishim. A fresh page for Kamal Dean. I am someone who still believes in this boy's talent. Let me be true to you. Wait, say on your coach, I bet how to take decision right. Come on, didn't be na Jeremy Dokumu ye you said Jeremy Doku Jibona or the born in Konechi. Huawei. Say born a banner now so now me say I would want Kamadin to be taught by a coach or better when to pass, when to dribble, when to run, when to hold on to the ball. Say coach be modini kakra na way I say Pep and Sanwa think we develop a much better chain than Jeremy Doku Chechri. Now tell the be abrabody son and say hey Jabi Alonso me see any interviews recently or Madrid wakan nsam they be on beside about Chouameni or you so word you see key pillar or your Madrid key pillar now nah I don't know say coach we used to do twice key pillar or I don't know say here you can here Chouameni won I think say the modern number 6 no on yesa na Madrid 4 has always had this problem that midfielders near mechanical midfielders Chouameni, Fede Valverde, Jude Bellingham more flair kakra than Ceballos. Look at Modric, you know. Say last season crowd no one said them mobi into the core of their midfield. Mechanical. Jabi Alonso epic control. So if Jabi Alonso wants players that suits his system, I agree 100% anyway anymore. Now Essence says they say options in the I was Jabi Alonso finding ways to get his midfield in shape with these boys. And I know says better no now reason why Chouameni he says or you keen say one I told the idea he plays in number 5 or 4. But 6 na ojina no. Roller or Debema Chouameni or say a key say it is the same roller those days Mascherano ewo Liverpool. One say Liverpool's 3-man mid for those days Liverpool prime pano. Mascherano typical 6, Jabi Alonso 8, Steven Gerrard 10. Mascherano ni ball bebre but I will tackle me jibbo no. Jabi Alonso, you will do the contribution and control, distribute everything. Jabi Alonso. Okay, I to say Sami Khedira. Jabi Alonso. Khedira. Only ball brave, but he knows how to tackle. Jabo. Now me diama Jabi Alonso. I had to say Jabi Alonso be a coach. How he was using Andrich. Andrich anybody brave, but he tackles, he get the ball, he gives it to Xhaka, Granit Xhaka. Not Granit Xhaka, I control. I am beginning to feel, say, baby, we are heading towards to know. Say number 6 and team in control. It is said the Rodri mu yenibi. It is said the Frankie de Jong yenibia. Ebia Jabi Alonso. The reason why he's staying, say, this guy is my key. Ne say he's going to be doing what Mascherano did for Liverpool, what Khedira did for Real Madrid. Sa 6 now, flying in the but they will do the job, leave it to the number 8 so that number 8 will start controlling the game. Okay. We are keenly watching. But for now, coach, I would believe I would Chouameni more.
Edua, yebere. Tramini asem de ense ya yenim no ye ne won commodities ayi. Time so a yebebam. Why? Tramini time so a yebebam.
Oh, munya botre.
Biggie.
Ken.
Say de beke anu atumana. Say ye no ade a. Na say dada na.
Yeah, can't he be an improvement abem.
Okay.
Ken player I find Enzo Fernandez. Can say a tour around 121 million euros. Adia Chelsea supporter be expecting say over carry team no one will show this.
120 and I say 100.
106 million pounds, around 121 million euros.
Okay.
Yes. Until the Chelsea supporter be expecting say over carry team no or betty. When things are difficult, you give them that kind of performance. A bit more makai with time be because to whom much is given, much is expected. And so therefore, only players are ebe for the abano. So Bo was running quadie, you expect a lot from you. Only few one you've been given the captain's armband. Clearly. Ujina Park and that's why you expect a captain's performance from you as a player at the match Chelsea Bobo. And me feel say the kind of Niamana Chelsea supporters in expect performance I know much so move huno. And no player not stepping up at this time around or the match Chelsea Bobo. Can you be so say why the Chelsea creator obeka say why e won fifu obeka say Kopama. But in 2025, Upe player were creating the most chances at the match Chelsea a player friend Enzo Fernandez. We created 54 chances and the match Chelsea Bobo in all competitions. There is no Chelsea player our creative even 50. Onu lead the pack when it comes to chances creation. About goal scoring any assister in 2025 combined the goal contribution in all competitions 14. Wa system akomaku 8 and washer 6. This is the kind of performance or the match Chelsea Bobo kono. And then no be na Abrante and so to asoma ye hu ye e wo game at Chelsea boy against Spurs. And the Chelsea supporters now they are more expected. Every player and the gradually he's giving them that thing. Mamimbo Liam Delap abaso. It wasn't an extraordinary performance, Debbie. But at least the goal he scored for Chelsea was a good. Make a goal not same because Ken around the 13th to the 14th minute of the game, he had same pass, that same angle, Ojina, which is the left side of the 18-yard area of the opponent. Or Peke ball, no creative space and a chance at the man who created an angle. Now your goal scoring angle, it will be through 3 players in that opening. Or boy, you know, or may say that opportunity. Yeah, Baba, we game in the first half. He had same. And I know Timmy body tomb. It is a war rehearsing. Branty and I am one Juman or the Abbey Chelsea Bobo. I am hoping said the case of the number 9 gets, you know, a Branty liberty be breaking and near my conkin at the man or Chelsea. Can Thomas Partey and Arsenal. Kwame Amaya who so officially play and if we Arsenal Bobo now. I am a not just because I am a Ghanaian.
And I'm not others in the discussion and not say as a Ghana for your emotions in Abam because in the age of 32, no, say Tommy Pesol Tanawadia, I don't know, accept Yasna, Bed no Modiamano,
yeah,
players who pay, and yes, sir,
sure,
most of the Nisikano Benyamin in Abes or Boboni Bianza.
Sure, Ken as a Ghanaian, me watch and listen, can you be players, no, say they be in the limelight, almost these big clubs. That is very true, and only woman. But we are only free on more. One of the biggest reasons in here, Arsenal in person or Bemano, make us a Sikana or Sheshano. Amanatana, because of the age. They feel that Thomas Tay Partey engine. And this is a party engine, they are relatively also mupe play or younger. No, no, Babesha's our position in the Arsenal Bobo Kono. But Arsenal and Casasa, Semina Mone Kayan, and Asan Komono Mudiano, they are defeating that purpose of conversation because player access or Mokako Fanaban so 31 years. Yes. No God will see a kind of my Brentford Bobo Kono.
No God was saying 31.
Oh, 31. And only 31 in March.
And a Partey was 33.
And a Partey was 32.
32.
Yes. It's just 1 year difference. Mejitum say buying every player is a gamble.
But keeping
problem ni na
kwa
and Nogard is not a better player than Thomas Partey.
Nogard.
Though since 2021 about Premier League, he's been very good. No doubt about it. Premier League since 2021, Ken, Upe player why the most interceptions are 201 and Nogard as a defensive midfielder. And the performance the air was through. Why recovery in 844 Premier League since 2021 permanent. On a second when it comes to recoveries, Premier League. So the performance is there. When it comes to tackles, on that third. We're winning 189 tackles since 2021 in the Premier League. It depends these numbers on your bad player. But you are going for a player on more Arsenal that. Obeka say a Premier League no obo. But this is where the problem is. We've seen players around the same league almost switch a camp. Akwa a new team and the man farm omo. Menka se bana oba no emfa Debbie. But you Fernando Torres mo. Will Liverpool performance are not dying Eddie. At that time, no being willing to Suda. Say Fernando Torres may make a £50 million move. It was a British record fee. And the Aqua copy Chelsea not Obeko Chelsea na Emfa. It's the Emfa won't say the same league, you know. Who top player be a gamble, bet to be about say player and be ban Emfa. It's what Thomas stay party. O problem any age, any sika. Fine, Sikana the over to me I can't want them. But age in your problem and the Okofana be replace party no. 31. There is not much of a difference between only Thomas Day Party. But team now or Bemno. Party boy establishing him. It was our team nimo. He knows the ins and outs of Arsenal Bobo Kunim. On your adaptation bia. That is number one. Number two, Thomas Day Party gives you options than Christian Norgard. This season, your whole party was Arsenal Obo as a right back. Your whole party was now Obo other positions. Arsenal Bobo Kunim. Me who Norgard Obo as a right back that. It is all in the bar. That's a problem bar. Our right back position one more. You are not going to get a Thomas Day Party like player slotty in. No boss our position in the amount. Can Sikana problem?
Garbage between Norgard.
But one of the reasons age. It is a age there. You are defeating your own purpose of letting Thomas Day Party go. Norgard Sikana they were from or just £40,000 a week. Our Brentford. In the ABS now pay Germany by 150 grand any budget.
David base 70 base
and I make say party 200,000
over 200 yeah.
Over 200,000 it is a party corner say oh for no naba na say 150 mpo and now the manner who save visika e no cre but a very big gamble than so be keep you key player how you involved our Arsenal performance in the previous seasons and the kind of performance our day now
omo fair to party and I'm be say
football the most ungrateful sport in the world
because the last 2 seasons
yeah
and then there's a comma party
yeah
but as a Obasa the best season
he's been very good this season one of the best if not the best
I don't know when your season we're not still
and who he has now top 3 performance any consistency who be Thomas Day Party account
when
Debbie he was consistent he gave a good performance throughout the season. It's in the minimum the quantia, but I feel say I'm gonna take your decision. Maybe I probably almost save cost. But whoever gets Thomas Day Party has gotten a quality player. I'll be watching be a okum.
Madden coffee.
And Kenya bad.
Kwame. Say kai bebo ana.
Oh Debbie.
Twamene mudi. Say the twamene party bit my abo ana.
Yeah, party bit my borrow ma the team no. Simple.
Me patch say twamene wo hodi oyi. Say party bit my.
Oh party bit my abro kra.
Jada no monko fa party.
Won say team bia woni project. Roma ke head the long
term. Big brain na.
Ketwa bi on AC Milan.
Kwame Sergio Ramos. I be defend ko.
Or the age that you party film. Ken AC Milan out almost a striker. Na penkomo na ya tete they are talking about players mienu. Mitrovic and a striker a friend said Retegi. Mitrovic performance, seriously speaking, he's been outstanding. From any days, full and bobo kunim. Our boy, and if you want to go in the Saudi Arabia. Since joining the Saudi Arabian League, he hasn't been bad. The last 2 seasons, born on the first season, our Saudi Arabian League. He played around 28 games. About 28 games in the year, and again, no, I share 28 goals. Any idea man the team Al Hilal, I will see a kind woman. Season year, he played 23 games for Al Hilal and or share 19 goals. And so the man Hilal Bobo Kono. It is a kwa for such a striker. I don't know about team one. A very good. So Baba be a team like AC Milan. One day need a striker, and he's a proven one. But then again, you look at it from an angle, say he has never played in the Italian Serie A. Almost Serie A nibida. Baby awabo a Premier League Saudi and then Belgium. But who play at the Serie Tegi or Honum? And they just ended season in the Italian Serie A can on an top scorer. Or share 25 goals. And the ma a team my friend is Atlanta. And Oma 8 assists. And you were proving in that particular league. Serie A there. Aside that he's a player, almost all the departments and I say body parts are a go. No player need to go. 25 goals no share, or the 9 left to share 10. Or the right share 10 and or the share 5. into oche goals ne ma omo ti such a player wa bo Serie A animu I the top scorer there I will say AC Milan focus on no and between the two relatively near the age of home commosis here Mitrovic 30 years Retegi 26 years I believe he's going to be a better buy for AC Milan Bobo Kono than Mitrovic
me that say